2, 1. Should be live now.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Friday at 420. My name is Mike Nabuurs, your host for the next 40 minutes as we attempt to entertain you. And we've got a great special guest for you this afternoon. It is, of course, Tuesday afternoon, a little after 4 p.m. As we normally do the show live on Facebook at that time. So thanks for joining us. And don't forget to like and share so that others know this is happening. And at the same time, if you want to watch old episodes of Friday at 420, you can always do that by checking out any of the streaming services. Just search Friday at 420. So welcome. And let's get right to introducing our panel. As always, we start with my life coach and mentor and very best friend, Mr. Patrick Coppolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Are you over the COVID now? Last week on the episode, for those who were watching, Patrick had finally gotten the vid, as he liked to call it.
Yeah.
You were that was the sickest day you'd been so far was last Tuesday. So when did it finally clear?
Well, Wednesday was a lot better than Tuesday. Thursday was worse than Wednesday, and then by the weekend I was fine, and I feel great now.
You feel great?
Yeah, as soon as we finished that podcast, me and Manolis had another call, and then I was just out. I was just I had a fever of 103. I was down for like 16 hours.
Wow.
But I slept and sweat it all off, and then it was just like a sore throat and stuff for a bit, and then now I feel great.
In the rest of your household, did Esther and Lindsay end up with it?
Yeah, Lindsay had it first, actually.
Oh, okay.
But Esther was at her mom's, luckily. So she's in the clear.
Okay. She's excellent.
She's in the clear, yeah.
Well, it's good that you survived.
Yes.
I'm alive. We'll leave it at that. Please say hello to our other regular, Mr. Manolis Zontanos. How are you, Manoli?
I'm good. I'm very happy to be here. I got some bad news, though. I got tested for see what I was allergic to. Can you see all that?
Oh, my God, man. Was it get tested by a cat?
Well, she had just wrote notes between each thing that she injected me in.
Okay.
So I got
So what are you allergic to, buddy?
Everything.
You allergic to a good
hornets, wasps, yellow jackets. Bees are the least amount. So basically, if I get stung by a wasp or a hornet, my throat will, and I could die. So they told me that I fucking need to. If I want to, I can pay this thing or do this thing where they just inject me, like microdose me with fucking venom for the next 3 to 5 years.
Ooh.
I know.
Or what? Carry an EpiPen?
Or just carry an EpiPen.
I'd do the EpiPen.
He liked the idea of being microdosed. He didn't care what it was.
I go, is there mushrooms in there, dude?
Yeah. You're like, oh no, I already do that. I'm good.
Yeah, the doctor's like, are you not understanding? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just taking this in. What do you mean? Like, he was like, didn't like that. I was like, he didn't understand. Like, I should just, what? Do you think I should just know everything you're fucking talking about right now?
I'm Manolis.
Yeah, you have no idea. Anyways, I don't know.
Doesn't he watch the podcast? If he watched the podcast, he'd know.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, so he did the whole.
He would have talked slowly.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm dying. And here's the thing, Mike. I was thinking, I don't know if I want to be here in 3 years.
So you take your chances.
Yeah, but like I'm gonna get all this fucking venom into me, so in case I get stung. Maybe that's where I want to get. Maybe that'll be like perfect. I'm dead.
Okay, well, you can wrestle with that. You know what? The thing is that you have an EpiPen. If you get stung, at that moment you can decide if you want to live or die.
I know.
Right at that moment.
I felt pretty good though when he put all the different venom. I felt like I don't know. My mind was like, oh, these are drugs, man.
All right, let's get to our special guest on this episode of Friday at 420. He's an old friend. He's back again. Please say hello to Mr. Casey Corbin. Woo!
Hello.
Oh, so you can tell he just came from WrestleMania. That's a very WrestleMania move, brother. You were in Dallas at WrestleMania, a lifelong dream, never been to the big show.
Never.
And it blew your mind, eh?
Yeah, it was AT&T Stadium, the biggest stadium in America.
Yeah.
Too big, in my opinion. I'd rather stick with Buffalo. Buffalo Stadium's not that big, but it holds 80,000. And, and But it was great. It was fantastic. Dallas is such a great city. Texas is awesome, and the show, Stone Cold Steve Austin showed up both nights and delivered the goods like he at half the speed that he used to be able to. But it's still like going to see an old rock. Like Ozzy doesn't move around the stage like he used to, but the voice is still there.
Yeah.
Same with Stone Cold. The aura, the attitude, the beer drinking, the hell raising, it's all still there. It's just a little bit slower.
He's still hell raising, eh? That's good.
Oh yeah. It was. Hey, look at. There's no way he should be able to drive that ATV if he's already drinking those beers.
Yeah.
But it's Texas. It's Texas.
You can do whatever the hell you want in Texas, man.
And nobody wears a mask. I'll tell you that.
No.
Nope. Nobody wears masks.
You'll get beaten like Steve Austin. Stone Cold's beating you if you wear a mask in public there, man. They'll lay a beating on you.
A couple. Yeah, it was crazy.
No, I just going to say, listen, and you got some shows lined up. We want to let people know that suddenly you're playing the Schwa tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing Oshawa tomorrow night, and I'm going to be opening for the amazing Jerry D from Family Feud and Mr. D.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
very cool.
So go train, get ready, because I'm taking it to the big time.
You're playing Oshawa, and then is the next night you're in London?
No. The next it's in May. I'll be in Kitchener and London with him as well. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
So,
and are you at Levity this weekend?
Yeah, I'm at Levity this weekend. I'm excited. I love playing Levity Club, and it's COVID's over. Well, it's not over. Well, it's over for Patrick, but hey, it's the people are coming out to shows again. Shows are packed. It feels good to be back doing what people want, and everybody wants to laugh now because we went through 2 years of crap, and it's time to laugh. And no better place to do it than the Levity Comedy Lounge in Hamilton. So
got to tell you, everybody needs to laugh, man. It's there's way too many uptight people out there. So.
For sure. Casey, you watch so much wrestling, you just have it. You just know exactly how to deliver every time. There's no better place to do it, brother, than Levity Comedy Club.
Yeah, right here in Hamilton, Ontario. Woo! I got a WrestleMania shirt.
This Friday and Saturday night, Casey Corbin will be holding court at Levity, and don't forget to get your tickets. Get them ahead of time. We keep selling out shows there, so go to levitycomedyclub.com to get your tickets for Casey this weekend at Levity. Or if you're anywhere in the neighborhood of the Schwa tomorrow night, do it Jerry D. That'll be a fun show as well. Yes. Casey, what do you say we get started with our little game? You know how it's played. I've got 12 random topics, and these envelopes I stole from my former employer. And they are numbered 1 through 12. So I'm going to get you to pick a number, man. 1 through 12.
6.
Number 6. Any reason for 6? Is it a favorite number?
6 is my favorite number. My football number is 6060. Okay. And I got to meet X-Pac, Sean Waltman from the NWO and D-Generation X. And he's also known as 6. So 6-Pac for...
got a lot of 6s going on, brother.
Not 3, though.
Not 3 in a row.
No, not 3 in a row.
Not 3 in a row. That's terrible. Topic number 6 on this Friday at 4:20. This one's for Casey Corbin to start. Tell me something most people love that you hate. Something that most people love and people are like, what? Everybody loves that. And you're like, no.
Yeah, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Whoa! That's a good one. What?
Yeah,
what? How could you not like the Leafs, dude?
Because they took John Tavares away from me. I'm an Islanders fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm a diehard New York Islanders fan. I've always been an Islanders fan since I was a kid. I started watching hockey when they were winning cups.
Yeah.
If you don't have the family to bring you into a hockey team, like most families do, they pass it down with generations. Yep. My dad wasn't a hockey fan, so kids in my spot, we just cheer for the champs. Remember when all of a sudden you see a bunch of kids wearing Colorado Avalanche stuff for some reason? It wasn't because their parents were from Quebec. It was because they were popular at the time because they were the champs. And that's how I got in with the Islanders, and I never left. So
that's
crazy.
It was funny because those Islander championship years, and by the way, Casey, everything we're talking about right now going right over the heads of Manolis and Patrick, who pay zero attention to any sport. But it was interesting this week because they were talking about Mike Bossy. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with cancer.
Yes.
But one of the most prolific, one of the greatest goal scorers who ever played in the NHL was Mike Bossy, and he was one of the guys with Trottier who led the Islanders to those cups, man. I remember they were exciting
Trottier was
team.
there too?
Trottier.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Trottier.
thank God.
You remember Trottier?
Can't forget Trottier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Trots. Sometimes the Americans will be like Trotier. It doesn't matter. Trots. Yeah.
He's always getting those little circle things in the net. That's fucking right, man.
Yeah. What are those things called again? Yeah. Scored another one. All right. Well, the Leafs is a good answer, Casey. I'll give you that one. Manoli, give me something that most people love that you hate.
Me? I can say that.
That's the first answer that came to mind.
I just hit me right now. No, there's truth to that. But you know that show, the couple things, but you know that show, How I Met Your Mother?
Yes.
You know the guy, not the main guy,
Barney.
not the main guy, and not the guy that's always trying to bang chicks that's actually gay in real life.
Okay, Barney. That's Barney.
I know
the
who you're
big tall
talking
guy.
about.
He was in
Jason
a
Segel. Jason Segel.
He was in that Judd Apatow TV show.
Yeah, Jason Segel.
That guy bores me to death. Like, I don't know what it is about that guy. Like, someone would try to show me a movie, and then I realize he's in it. I'm like, nope. I don't know what it is about that guy. I just
You're off the Jason Segel train, are you?
Him. Oh yeah, him and Sting. There's something about Sting. I can't stand that fucking guy. He's too pompous. He's always talking about yoga and wearing these like weird sweaters. I don't give a fuck that you do yoga. How about you write a hit? All right. And last but not least, I can't.
List.
I can't stand people from England with their English accents that are living in Canada. Not girls, guys that choose to live here. They can't wait to talk so some girl can hear them talk English. It's like you're fucking doing so bad getting pussy in fucking London, England, or England, right? That you chose to live in fucking Hamilton, Ontario. That's where you moved to. That's how shitty your game is. Get the fuck out of here.
That's the only reason people move, right? Because they can't get pussy where they are.
It sounds like that answer was really one person specific. Like,
yeah, who do you hate?
You practically just you just came
no,
sort
it's
of
just
naming them.
these random dudes. Like all of a sudden they'll be at the club sometime. It's like it's usually just some customer out of nowhere. You hear that, like, here we go, and they just love to fucking talk. Here we go, blah 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 blah. Does anybody want to fuck me yet? Blah 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 blah.
You know what's funny? That's what I remember when I saw Crocodile Dundee was how much I fucking hated him because all he did was go over to America and talk funny and get laid. You know, fuck that guy.
Right?
Yeah, right.
He had a big knife though.
That's not a knife.
You call that a knife?
It's enough. All right, enough.
All right. Well, you certainly have given us plenty to think about, Manoli. That's quite a list you came up with in a very short period of time.
Everything I do is for pussy, Patrick.
Yeah, I know.
If there's just a slight I only leave this house because there might be a slight chance that I get laid. There might be a slight chance that I'm leaving. If it was a time machine where like you could pull it, it's like not getting laid. I'd be like, boom. I haven't seen fucking Manolis in 10 years. That's right.
I know. We could be at like a really fun event or a fun show or just like out somewhere. Manolis, you want to come? He's always like, any chicks there? Any hot chicks there? And if I'm like, no, not really. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna stay in. I'm like, but it's really fun. Yeah, but there's no hot chicks there. So.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Patrick. Something most people love that you hate.
Well, I guess I'll play off your comment from Casey's answer, but I guess I don't hate it. I just don't understand watching live sports. People love sports, so I don't get it. I've never been interested in watching sports ever. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who plays on what team. I have no idea. And
really,
my interest is literally like zero.
There's not even a case where Canada's doing something,
well,
where you
that's
get
what I said.
that national feeling.
Yeah. I tell you, like
pride.
like if Italy's in the World Cup, I might watch, or like I like watching, like if groups want to get together and watch the Super Bowl or the Stanley Cup, like the final games, the championship games. I might, but I still don't care or know anything about the players or anything.
Right.
And the outcome doesn't matter to me at all.
And if you're going to a Super Bowl party, Manolis is only coming if there's
chicks there.
Yeah,
and no Brits.
If women didn't exist, I would be like 2 days later. I'll just end it. Like
I would love to set up at Levity one night. We could have a bunch of very hot ladies, a bunch of British guys, and then a Manolis.
I'll tell you something. If Selma Hayek ever dies, the first thing you should do is call me, because she's one of the reasons I'm still existing, just in case I meet her and she fucking chooses to make love to me.
You're going to be really upset when you find out that she's banging Jason Segel. All right.
Is that that guy's name?
All right, here we go. Let's go. A new topic on Friday at 4:20. Our special guest, Casey Corbin. And Patrick, how about you pick a number between 1 and 12, but not number 6? That one's been taken.
Okay. Manolis, did you write it down?
Oh, yeah, I wrote it down. You ready?
Okay,
right.
He's written it down.
Number 4.
Damn it. 8. We were so close.
Twice.
Well, that's 4 times 2.
Yeah, 4 times 2, and there's 2 of you, so
we got it right twice last week, Casey.
Okay.
He doesn't care.
Nobody cares. This topic comes with a little proviso up front. You don't have to name the business if you don't want to name the business. Okay. I don't want us to get in any kind of legal trouble here. But the question for you is this. Patrick, is there a business that you will never visit again? Can you tell us a story of a business, any kind of business, that may have upset you so much that you're like, I am never going back here again?
I don't know.
Anybody piss you off that much, man?
I'm sensing a negative theme this week. You're like, what do you hate that everyone else likes? What business will you never return to? I'm sure I have an answer. I might have to think about it. I feel like Manolis has stuff like this out that he knows what he hates.
Okay, we'll go to Manolis.
Maybe throw
next.
it to him first. I'll think.
We'll give you a second to think about it. Manoli, can you think of a business, any kind of business operation where you've gotten poor service, where you've gotten in a fight with somebody, where you kind of go, I am never, where they stopped carrying your favorite product, anything?
I remember there was a Crush Media that the print place.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, remember that fucking guy?
Yeah.
But
That's so good.
And he was like, he lived beside a comedian that we know, and we were doing a podcast there, and I was just pulling into they had like a driveway or something, but I was just pulling in there to kind of like back up, and the guy's wife sees me and thinks I'm gonna park there, and she comes out to yell at me to like, you can't park there. I'm like, and I go, yeah, I know, I'm just backing up. So as I'm backing up, she goes, you fucking idiot. She says that to me. I'm like, what the fuck this chick say?
Those are funny words.
I go in there with you. I get you to film it, don't I?
Yeah, I think I filmed the whole thing.
Yeah. And I know. I go in the next day because I go to the door. I'm like, what'd you say? And she locked. Oh yeah, she locked the door. Crush Media locked the door. I went there to like yell at her. Like, what the hell? You telling me I'm a fucking idiot? What the fuck's wrong with you? Right? Locked the door, standing on the other side of the glass and doing this, give me the finger. Like, so I go in the next day, and her husband's there, and I give him shit in front of his wife, telling him what the fuck's going on. It's like, oh, I don't think that happened. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you think happened. I'm letting you know what fucking happened, all right? And then there's this tall guy with like a long hair in the back, like a mullet, and he gets involved, Patrick. He's trying to be like fucking some sort of hero. He thinks he's like, hey, are you done here because I got business? I go, am I fucking talking to you right now?
Yeah.
I go, am I talking to you right now? Is this your business? Or is this your business right now? Are you in my business right now? He goes, oh, like he couldn't believe, he thought like, cause he was like a foot and a half taller than me and like a bit bigger. He thought like, oh, I was just going to be scared and I went fucking psycho. And he's like, oh, okay. I guess I'll wait. I'm like, yeah, fucking right. You fucking wait. I'm not done yelling at this fucking cunt. And then, so I said, I just want to let you know what the fuck is going on? I don't expect you to do the fucking right thing here. I just want you to know what fucking happened, all right? So fuck you and fuck you. And I leave, and then a year goes by, and this fucking guy, so I'm parking behind this place. So he's like a little bit of a fucking Nazi, of like parking Nazi, tries like, can't park here, can't, because it's part of his parking lot. I'm parking in my friend's Lou Molinaro's parking spot, and he goes, excuse me, can I ask you, do you know the guy that's spot that belongs to? I go, who the fuck are you? Like, he doesn't remember that I'm the guy. So it's the same guy. I go, who the fuck are you? I go, well, I own this building. I go, and he doesn't. He rents that fucking store. I go, oh, you fucking own this building? Is that what you said to me? You fucking own this fucking building right now. You're telling me that right now? You fucking own this? He goes, whoa, 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 whoa. I go, that's right. You don't fucking own this, you fucking cunt. He goes, okay. And he just fucking kind of runs away from me at that point. I was like, I went, woo, man. I'm fucking always down to go psycho, dude. And so, yeah, fuck Crush Media.
So I guess we're naming the business.
I don't think they're there anymore.
Oh, they're not there.
They
That's
moved.
too bad.
No, they're moved though. I think they still exist. So yeah. So if you want to go tell them Manolis says they fuck you.
Manolis is ready to come find you again. I can't believe when you went at the guy the second time that he didn't immediately remember.
I know. Well, because he's a cunt. The thing about someone that's a cunt, they're all about themselves, because that's what cunts are. You know what I mean? So of course he doesn't remember me.
Casey Corbin. Hey, how are you, buddy?
I don't know.
I don't know after that. Have you got a business that you will never visit again? Somebody who lets you down in the service department?
Yeah, well, kind of. Not necessarily a business, but a place. Fairview, Alberta. I will not be going back there ever again. I played there 6 times, and that was enough. The number 6 comes up again, and there, that specifically the new Grand Hotel, because there's nothing new nor grand about it. You don't. People call you gay because you're the only car in town. Everybody else drives trucks because they're masculine and male and fucking. They have a Harley Davidson college up there. I didn't know you had to go to college to learn about Harley Davidson, or whatever. But the gig is notoriously known as the worst gig in Canada. It's at 11 p.m. It's 6-hour drive north of Edmonton.
Oh, wow.
Edmonton north. So you're basically, 10 feet from the Arctic Circle, and the crowd there, they get mad because they know the show's every Tuesday night at 11 p.m., but they get mad when the VLTs have to go off because they're there to gamble. We'll take a gamble. Don't show up on a fucking Tuesday night. It's comedy. And it's not even like at 8 or whatever. They're putting it at 11 so you can go home if you don't want to watch. And then you might have to do a show for 12 drunk people. And one time, after the whole Will Smith thing at the Oscars, people have asked me, asking every comic, have you been in situations like that? I'm like, yes, more than once. In Fairview, Alberta. When I go to Fairview, Alberta, I'm so worried about what they're going to do to me, because the gig is not worth taking if you have to bring an opener. It's better just to go up and do the hour by yourself, because it's not the gig would pay like $650 to do it. So if I have an opener, now it's only $400. Right. So it's not worth going up to Fairview for $400. It's got to be at least $100 an hour, to drive. So you get up there, you do the gig, and if you're up there alone, you have to realize you don't have any backup in case something goes down. So when I used to park at the hotel, or the motel, sorry, I didn't make it seem sound fancy. You don't get to stay in the new Grand Hotel. They put you in the motel up the street. Okay. And the motel is just oil rig trucks and one car. So I would park my car away from my room because I didn't want them to know what room I was in. Right. It's like, there's the car. That's the room. Let's get them. One time I almost woke up with carbon monoxide poisoning because in the winter, they're all warming up their trucks. It's all diesel fumes. And my window was open and I woke up with a cloud of smoke in my room.
Oh my God.
Like I'm telling you, one time I was there and there was this guy.
Keep going back.
There's more. I told you more. Look at. I will give any place a 3 chance, but when you exceed it by 6, so one time I was there and a guy just walked up. He said, "You're not funny," and okay, whatever, bud. You don't have to be here. But instead of leaving, he walked right up to the stage and stood right in front of me. And it's not really a stage; it's more like a step. You're performing on a step, and so I'm on a step, and we were nose to nose for a good minute, and then I sat down, and then eventually people were like, "Jeremy, it's time to go home again. You're drunk." Yeah, of course he's drunk. He's gonna stare down with a comedian at 11:30 at night for doing a fucking joke about Edmonton. Come on.
You offended him.
Yeah, maybe I should take the gig in Peace River next time. It might be a lot nicer.
Well, even the name sounds better.
Don't let it fool you. This was supposed to be a fair view.
Yeah,
there was nothing fair, and the view was nothing at all.
What? You know what? I just got to say, you gave it a fighting chance. I mean, you went there 6 times.
Look,
so you gave them lots of opportunity to turn their.
Yeah, and if you're a good person in Fairview, I will still play an hour away in Grand Prairie because at least they have a good hotel, a casino gig, and a water slide. So,
all right, we've got Crush Media's on our list and Fairview, Alberta. Patrick, did you come up with something?
Yeah, I just looked it up to see if it's still open, and it is. It's this place in Florida. It's somewhere between here and Disneyland because that's why I know where it is. When we were kids, we were on driving to Florida to go to Disneyland, and there's this place called Orange World. And apparently it's still open. It's called Orange World, and it's the building is a giant orange, and It's Florida, right? Florida oranges.
Yeah, kind of like the Big Apple on the 401, right?
So it's huge, so you can see it off the highway in big letters, Orange World. So I remember my family wanting to stop there on the way, so we're like, oh, let's get some oranges from Florida, might as well, right? And we go to this store, this massive store called Orange World, shaped like an orange, and they sell everything but oranges there. They had like seashells and like I think my parents ended up buying us like overalls there. Like it was like some weird thrift variety like
but no oranges.
Not one orange. And I remember that standing out. I was a little kid and I'm like, this is so weird. Orange World has no oranges. And I remember my parents talking about it and stuff. And then like honestly, like that's like one of my vaguest memories of Disneyland was chanting Orange World sucks. Orange World sucks. The next year when we drove past it, we didn't bother stopping because they don't have oranges. So
you know what? I mean, if Orange World didn't have oranges but was in, say, Fairview, Alberta, you go, okay, there's no oranges around, so I can see that. But they are in literally orange country.
Yeah,
orange
like I kind of appreciate it now, like as a comedian, calling your business Orange World and not selling oranges, but it's still very misleading.
Very, very misleading. All right, here we go, Manoli. Your turn to pick a topic. Friday, 420.
All right.
Casey Corbin headlining this weekend at Levity Comedy Club Friday and Saturday night. Get your tickets at levitycomedyclub.com. Go, Mr. Manoli.
Okay, you ready, Patrick? I'm going to think the number, and then you're going to say it, okay?
Oh, you want me to say it?
Yeah.
You wrote it down?
I wrote it down. Hang on.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's thinking it. Don't distract him.
10.
Damn it, 2.
Not even close.
We were just lucky last week.
We can't even do a math
I
trick
had
to get that
COVID.
one
My
close.
brain was different.
Yeah. Well, this is an interesting topic. First of all, after 2 negative topics, I will say this is a positive topic.
Okay.
The best part is Patrick, I think, has already given his answer. So, Manoli, name the best place you've ever visited.
Crush Media. Best place?
The best place you've ever visited. And it can be a city, a town, a country, an island, your bedroom. I don't care. The best place you've ever visited.
I'm going to say best place, Santorini is one of the nicest places I've ever.
Santorini, that's in Greece.
It's in Greece. It's an island, and it's known to have one of the like most romantic sunsets in the world. And besides the fact that it like any sunset's pretty well romantic, but like I think part of the reason why they say this is because the sun is actually it's one of the closest parts the sun is to Earth, and when it sets for some reason I don't know why that, but when it does set, you're like holy fuck, you're like it blows your mind.
Right.
You think like how am I not melting right now? It's pretty dope. Like and that place is just dope. Greece in general is dope.
That's interesting. I was hoping, Manolis, maybe you could expand a little bit on the scientific parameters of why the sun appears so large. Could you explain that to us?
Because it is the closest part to the sun on Earth. That's just a fact. The scientists got together and they got like those tape measures that go back into.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not bad. So they got the biggest one in the world. The scientists held it to the edge of the island, and they got on a boat and they started going towards the sun.
Yeah. You take a boat to the sun.
So you take a boat to the sun, and then they looked at the tape measure, and then that was it. It was it. It was science. Boom.
That's boom. You've been scienced. Casey Corbin.
Sounds right.
Yeah, absolutely. You've given us the worst place you've ever visited. So how about you give us the best place you've ever visited?
The best place I ever visited. I love going to. I love Los Angeles. I love beaches there. I love Santa Monica. I love the sunsets down there in Manolis. They're great. I have a lot of pictures of them. But I also love, the charm of like Summerside, PEI. It was a nice little town. I like ocean. I like the ocean. So Halifax, I love going to Halifax, despite they keep that city on a hill. But aside from that, I love Halifax.
Halifax is pretty fun.
Yeah, awesome.
I love that you can go to world-class beaches an hour outside of Halifax. There's so many things. The Maritimes in itself are just cool, filled with cool people, and it's always great times down there.
But your favorite place is for sure by an ocean somewhere. You
definitely by an ocean somewhere, anywhere. Vancouver, love Vancouver. Victoria, love Victoria. Seattle's a great city.
It gives off it changes the vibe of the whole place, right? I mean, it's that ocean air, that it's a whole different thing.
Yeah. Ocean air is the best. Yeah.
That's very cool. Patrick?
Yep. This
Don't say Orange World.
Not Orange World. And not Disney World either. This might be unpopular opinion, but the West Edmonton Mall is my favorite place because as you know, I thrived during lockdown, right? I adapted quickly to learning how to like do what I want and have what I need without ever needing to leave the house. Yeah. And I like that. So that's what the West Edmonton Mall is. I went there a few times to play the comic strip, which is a comedy club in the mall. The restaurants are in the mall. The hotel is in the mall. The radio station where we did promo was in the mall. Didn't even have to leave to do that. There's an amusement park. There's everything. You want to see a fucking like a SeaWorld? There was like what?
It is.
Jack.
Awesome.
That
like,
Jack.
They do like sea lion shows and stuff. It's in the mall, like whatever you want. The bank is in the mall. I did literally I think we were there for like 5 days at a time. Never had to leave the mall once. Didn't go outside once.
100%. It's like look at. You could lose all your money at the casino in the mall, and then save $50 to go to the gun range in the mall and shoot yourself in the head in the mall.
In the mall.
They have a Fantasyland. They have a Fantasyland hotel in the mall. Different rooms, different fantasies.
Yeah. Volcano themes.
I have a whole bit about it. They put me in the trucker. They put me in the trucker suite. Fuck! It turns out I had to drive all the way to Ottawa.
that green jacket that I gave you, remember? I bought that in that mall.
Right across from the comedy club, there's a Hooters.
Oh, yeah, the green, the frayed one, like the jean one.
Yeah, the one that Rory Scovel wears in that video.
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that mall. It's the best.
Yeah, it's crazy. They got a good movie theater and a shitty movie theater. Like
they have no room
like
for shit.
Like they have like a Cineplex Odeon with like 20 screens, And then you go to the other end of the mall and they have like, Rainbow Cinema with like 4 screens. And it's all movies from last year.
Yeah, it's all old VHS tapes.
It's insane.
How long's your bit on that, Casey?
What, the Fantasyland Hotel?
Like the mall, the thing that you do it on stage, I'm guessing. Everything's in the mall.
Only the Fantasyland Hotel I do the bit.
Yeah.
And it's all about getting the trucker suite. And there's a lot of people stay there at the mall. I asked them, like, what room did you stay in? And then there's always one girl that's like, oh, I can't remember. And I was like, oh, so you were in the Bill Cosby suite. So there's like Quaalude Central, so.
How did that joke not go over in Fairview, Alberta? Come on.
Well, because they like Bill Cosby.
Still, now.
They were
right
huge
now.
Cosby fans.
He still gets booked in Fairview, Alberta. He plays the even newer and grander hotel, fucking Comfort Inn.
Yes. Oh, all right. Friday at 4:20. Casey Corbin, our special guest. We've gone around the horn on those 3 topics. We've got time for probably one more. Casey, you get to pick again. We're all the way around. Back to you, brother.
All right. We're going to go with
2, 4, and
18.
6 are gone. 18. It's only up to 12.
All right. I'm really bad at math. Okay. We'll go with 10.
Number 10. All right. Let me find it. Oh, there it is right on top. Nice job. Here we go. Number 10. All right. Here we go. Around the horn on this topic, Friday at 4:20 with Casey Corbin. And Casey, we'll start with you. Do you remember your dreams and or nightmares? There are some people who sleep through the night without remembering anything. Are you a good rememberer of that or no?
Yes, I get PTSD nightmares from working 20 years as a server in a Tex-Mex restaurant. And I have not worked there in 8 years. I've been professional, and I still get dreams of people complaining to me about their food. There's nothing I can do because they're stuck in my head. That should not be happening. That should not be happening.
Does
and
it
then
happen
as far as
on a regular basis?
No, just every now and again. I don't know what brings it on. But I also have dreams where I do jokes in my dream, and then I wake up and I'll write the joke down. So,
oh wow!
Yeah, I've written a few jokes in my dreams.
You're cognizant enough to see some people, as soon as they kind of wake up enough to maybe do something like write something down, they lose it, right?
I try to jot it down as much as I can remember it. So
you don't try to convince yourself that it was a bad joke.
No, I wrote down.
That was Mitch Hedberg's. Mitch
Hedberg's. Oh, the Mitch Hedberg joke is the best joke. He's like, yeah, a lot of times at night I'll think of a dream. I'll wake up from a dream, and I'll have a joke, and I think that joke is so good I got to write it down. But then the pen and paper is across the room, so then I'll convince myself that joke wasn't that good to begin with. I go back to sleep. Something like that. That was the fucking best joke. Yeah.
That is good. Yeah. Oh, Mitch was the best, man. Manoli, do you have dreams, nightmares?
I used to have this dream. Yeah, what is it called when you feel like you're awake, but you're
lucid dreaming.
And there's feels like some sort of weird dark presence there, and you can't.
You're that's sleep.
You
sleep paralysis.
But you can't talk.
Yeah, I've had that before too.
Okay.
So I used to have that a lot. Is that a dream? What is that? Am I dreaming? Am I sleeping?
You're half and half.
So I used to do that a lot, and it was always this weird dark energy that I could see, and it was happening so much, I think I was getting used to it. And then one time I just it was weird. I kind of was comfortable with the situation, and I let the thing get closer to me, and I fucking choked it. I went like this. I pretended I was freaking out, and I went like this. I grabbed it. I remember squeezing it towards me to the point where I couldn't feel it anymore, and then it literally never happened again.
Yeah,
that was it.
He used to have another sibling too. We don't know what happened to him though.
That is some weird shit, man.
I don't know. I don't see it now. Looking back, I don't remember if I remember physically doing that and doing this, but I don't know if now looking back if I did do that. Or if it was in my brain.
Right. or if it was.
It was trippy.
Yeah.
But
So aside from that, do you remember on a regular basis dreams or nightmares?
I remember always like fucking. I remember falling, and I don't know what it is, but every time I've landed, I wake up. Is that normal?
Falling's a regular dream that a lot of people have. It usually means you feel out of control. It's not really about falling, right? It's about feeling.
But
like
do you ever wake up and feel like you're going into the bed though? You almost feel like a bounce, or is
no?
Maybe I'm really falling, dude.
Maybe you are falling, dude. Patrick, do you have dreams, nightmares? Do you remember them?
Yeah, I remember the bad ones more. But what's weird, there's one particular dream that I remember waking up and remembering the feeling. Like I still remember the feeling of something I did. I murdered someone in self-defense with a bread knife. I was like in a weird trailer. I don't know why I was in a trailer, but someone came in and tried to kill me and whoever else was in there. I think there might have been 2 people or something. And all there was a bread knife. So I used it. I remember I like stabbed them in the neck with it and then just kept going. But I remember the feeling of like the serrated blade going in and out. And I'll never forget that.
Yeah. Like just that, right? The actual... The resistance of the throat on the knife. Oh,
that stood out the most when I woke up. But
that is freaky, man.
Anyways,
that would give you PTSD.
Yeah, I've had bad dreams as well as that one.
More like a video game dream. Have either of you two ever written jokes in your at night, like Casey does? Like, have you woken up?
I've had dreams of being on stage, but I never remember what I say.
I've had dreams where I think I gone back out with my ex-girlfriend and wake up in a panic because I think I have to call them. I'm like, oh my God, why did I go back out with her? And I'm so depressed.
Until you realize it was just a dream.
My dreams are sometimes really realistic too. Like one time I had this dream about Pamela Anderson and we became best friends.
Best night of my life.
Yeah, I now babysit her kids and watch her cow.
That's awesome.
Friend zone stamp.
Just remember what Pam says before she leaves for the night when you're with her kids, right? Is don't show them the VHS at the end of the show.
No, you guys watched that? Have you guys watched that? Has anybody watched that?
I watched it. Yeah,
I watched it.
Wait. Are you talking the series starring Seth Rogen, or are you talking the actual tape?
Oh, well,
because the answer is both. Both.
All right, everybody. We got to shut this thing down. Casey Corbin's been our very special guest. Casey, how can people follow you on social media, find out where you're going to be and what you're up to?
Hey, find me on Twitter, on Instagram. I've got my account back from being hacked. It's Casey Corbin Comedian. Check me out there, and check me out on Spotify. Casey Corbin. Comedian Casey Corbin. Just find me on Spotify. 4 albums. Listen to them for free.
Listen, that is awesome. Casey Corbin. Don't forget, tomorrow night in the Schwa opening for Jerry D. And then Friday and Saturday night here in the Hammer at Levity Comedy Club. Get your tickets in advance, levitycomedyclub.com, and go see our good friend, Mr. Casey Corbin. Manoli, what do you got to say? You got anything you got to close the show with or what? You got a case of Gatorade back there. Are you planning on doing some working out or something or what?
Oh yeah, I'm planning on no. It's just if you drink rye a lot and it's like you feel like you mix it with Gatorade, you don't get less dehydrated because the booze makes you dehydrated. It's just it's a little health tip I learned from a homeless man. Who that girl Patrick that comes around the club? Is it Marty Young?
Yeah, the one that does like the interviews and stuff.
Yeah. She wrote a nice thing about me on Twitter, or not Twitter, on Instagram today, saying she liked my album and to check it out. So I just want to say thank you. It's always like when people are nice. I'm always shocked when people are nice. Oh, and thanks Ben Miner. He gave me this last Friday. I was just putting a post about it. Look at this thing.
Look at that. The Sega Frogger game.
And I gave this wicked poster of David Lee Roth in the sky. Casey, have you put that up yet? Because it's a beautiful poster.
I have not put it up, but what's happening is we're going to make some wall space. We're moving the Van Halen 84 New Year's over to my Steel Panther. And we're going to put Roth right above my bed in between Sammy Hagar. I guess I can't put it beside Sammy. Okay, I'm moving Van Halen over this way. And then Roth's going to go in between Van Halen and Steel Panther.
Yeah, I gave Casey this amazing David Lee Roth poster from it was like before 1984 album, right?
Yeah, it's from like 1981 or 2, I think.
Yeah,
It's
and
great.
it's like fucking amazing. Anyways,
Yeah.
Very cool. Excellent. That's very good. And don't forget Manolis' new comedy album, The Internet Took It, is available on all the streaming services. Please get yourself a copy and help support our friend Manolis Zontanos. Very funny album. Patrick Coppolino, what else is coming up at the lab?
So tomorrow night we've got Amateur Night. Thursday night's the Hot Five, the Hot Wing Comedy Challenge, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Right. Yes.
And then this weekend, Casey Corbin, lots of great guys coming up, guys and gals coming up at levitycomedyclub.com is all the info.
And for those who don't know, the Hot Five is the comedians get up, they eat 5 hot chicken wings, like super hot chicken wings, and then have to do 5 minutes of comedy if they can.
Yeah.
Oh,
what a night! What a night, Casey.
That's crazy.
If you're really lucky, maybe there'll be some extra hot sauce and they'll have it for you Friday night.
Do you like hot sauce? We can save you some.
I'm a honey garlic guy.
Okay.
I'm sweet.
So am I, baby.
Okay.
Don't heat it up for me. Anyway, the Hot Five Thursday night will be a hoot and a half at Levity Comedy Club. Get your tickets at levitycomedyclub.com. Thanks, guys. Great round on Friday at 420. Most of all, thanks to you for watching and listening and sharing and liking and visiting the Friday at 420 page on any of the streaming services to check out our previous content. We appreciate you dropping in here on this Tuesday. And until we get to talk to you again in 7 days, take it easy.
Peace.